I am really excited to introduce this next session. So, of course, this is all about the metaverse, and as I was preparing my opening remarks, I was thinking about, how do I introduce Craig? I mean, certainly Craig has an impressive background. He's led marketing for brands like The Gap, Abercrombie & Fitch, Calvin Klein, before joining American Eagle as CMO. But his talk is all about the metaverse. And honestly, for me, other than using AR filters, I hadn't really been there. So I went on a journey through Livetopia on Roblox with my nephew Lincoln. And here's what we did.
Are you ready?
So after an hour playing Roblox with Lincoln, I asked him, what did he think of American Eagle? And his response was, it was really cool. He even said he wanted to come back to the American Eagle Club and show his brother what he did there and just hang out there. So, for me, I feel like in many ways this session is all about how you can make your brand cool and relevant to that next generation. It is with great pleasure that I welcome American Eagle Chief Marketing Officer, Craig Brommers.
This is the last session of a packed 2 full days, right? So thank you. Honestly, I'm pretty hyped to be here at Commerce Next to talk about the most hyped topic in all of marketing, right? It's the metaverse. Everyone's talking about it. But what is the metaverse? Where is the metaverse? Some people think the metaverse actually isn't a destination, it's a movement. Some people are so excited saying that this is actually the next big thing in the web. And others think that it's going to be a great place for us to connect, learn from each other, and share culture. I got news for you. This may not be good news if you're coming here at 4:40 on a Wednesday afternoon. I am not an expert on the metaverse. No one is an expert on the metaverse because this thing is moving and grooving and changing so fast that nobody on this planet can say that. Having said that, before you jump up and leave the room or turn off the live stream, I can tell you that at American Eagle, we've been pretty passionate about exploring whatever this metaverse thing is. And I promise that I today will have 5 practical tips from the front lines of metaverse marketing that you can use as you try to take your brand, your company, into this metaverse area. Why have we been so bullish about this opportunity? Well, American Eagle is the #1 specialty retailer for Gen Z. And if you're going after that target demo, you always have to be focused on what's next and what's new. And certainly over the past 12 months or so, the metaverse would be one of those things that we've been focused on. Now, it goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyways. This is not a one-man show diving into the metaverse, and I am so lucky to have a team of focused, passionate, innovative, even fearless marketers at American Eagle to help us get into the metaverse. In fact, I often joke that our team was meta before there was even a metaverse. So a couple of them are here in the audience today. I want to make sure I thank Ashley and Abby and Cara for all of their efforts there. Also, you need support from the top to get into some of these things. A lot of this is innovation budgets. You're not quite sure what you're going to get from them. And I have to tell you that our CEO and chairman, Jay Schonstein, a man who is very passionate about innovation, very passionate about ideas in the metaverse, and has shown a keen interest in helping us push forward. So, all of that being said, come with me. Welcome to AE in the metaverse. Okay, we need a little audience participation to wake people up here. Show of hands, whose brand or company has been dabbling in the metaverse so far? A few? Yeah? Well, guess what? By our definition, if you have participated on social media, you're already entered into the metaverse. Because AR and VR and avatars are now so widely seen on social media, on apps such as Snap, on Instagram, on Bitmoji, that many of you have actually unknowingly participated in the metaverse. So congratulations. It's not that scary, is it? Come on. Having said that, where do you go from here? And as you explore the next generation of the internet at AE, we've set up our Metaverse Journey as a crawl, walk, run journey. At the crawl stage, you're exploring the shift of computing and interaction from a device in your pocket. Think Bitmoji. I'm sure many of you have a Bitmoji. At the walk stage, you're beginning to work with multiple elements of tech, AR, VR, video, and users often live within a digital universe. Probably the best and most known example is, in fact, Roblox. And at that run stage, your virtual life is integrated into your real one. A little freaky, but many people are excited by it. And it's a more immersive experience and probably best exemplified by places like Decentraland right now. But again, I am not here to give you the definitive metaverse presentation today. I really want to get to the news that you can use, 5 ways in which to build your brand presence in the metaverse. Big asterisk, because my boss is actually sitting in the audience today. Asterisk is, I'm not giving away all of our secrets today, people, but I'll give away a few tips, okay? So we'll dive in. First off, seems obvious, so many brands and so many people are making this mistake. Why do I want to even explore the metaverse? I've heard some very bad answers. Bad answer. Everyone's doing it, so I should. Didn't we learn long ago not to follow that advice? Number 2, we should build something for the sake of building something. Again, bad answer. Third, I've heard, every insight about my customer says they are not ready to get inside of the metaverse, but I feel like I have to, so I'm pushing forward anyways. Again, bad answer. Don't do any of these things. Now at AE, our Metaverse journey really has to start with our customer and our brand purpose. And as I mentioned before, AE is the #1 specialty retailer for Gen Z. And this is a generation that is constantly toggling between their physical and digital selves. And in order for our customer to express their true self, we have to be at the heart of youth culture. Plus, our industry, the industry we all belong to, has faced a number of opportunities and challenges over the last 2 or so years, and we have committed to being wherever, whenever, and however our customer wants to engage us. So net-net, the metaverse makes a lot of sense for a brand like American Eagle. And the reality is now you need to maybe figure out what your entry point is into the metaverse. Second, another really important one, for the love of God, do your homework. Trends move fast in the metaverse, and there are so many times that brands are just a little too late to the game. Now, in our opinion, that does not mean that you have to hire a fancy consultant, a fancy agency. Full stop. We have mostly been self-educated on the metaverse. I'm really excited that at AE we actually have a director of metaverse marketing. He has educated me. He has educated our team. More importantly, our team has educated our customer. Yep, even with a leading edge Gen Z consumer, the metaverse is still a somewhat new idea for them to get their head around. And so my recommendation is that no matter what you're doing, do something that makes sense for your customer. And by the way, don't feel like you have to go all in at the start. So if we could hit mute on this, sorry. A great example that we have at AE was when we launched our first ever NFT collection way back in November of 2021. We were one of the first to do this. And when we talked about this NFT drop, we talked about how would someone actually pay for this? And our team had to do some thoughtful homework and have to come up with an idea that would we actually, for the first time, accept cryptocurrency? Well, when we thought about our 15 to 25-year-old customer, the reality is they were not ready for cryptocurrency. And I think after the market rout of the last week or two, I'm not sure any of us are truly ready for cryptocurrency, but that's a whole different keynote. I won't go there today. But the reality is we ultimately accepted cash for our NFTs. They sold out, all 120 designs in roughly 90 seconds, which was pretty impressive. And we did the same thing when we recently partnered with DressX, which you see on the screen, when we sold digital jeans to highlight our sustainability efforts around water savings. So again, we didn't go full all in. We dropped the NFTs. We've dropped these really epic and cool digital jeans, but we are accepting cash. We haven't done crypto. So if you're interested in exploring this, don't feel like you have to go all in as well. Okay, next up, leverage the metaverse as an extension of your brand. Again, sounds obvious. So many people making the mistake that they think the metaverse is this UFO flying off in a different orbit, when really you should be focused on what are we doing as a brand and what are we doing in our seasonal campaigns, and how does the metaverse connect to the real world? So we're going to go there. We have to talk about Roblox, right? So this past spring, American Eagle launched our Members Always campaign, which really reinforced the inclusive nature of our brand. We're a brand where everyone is truly welcome. And that theme continued into our first Roblox experience. Inside of Livetopia, which is a land within Roblox, where 60% of the participation is actually female, which lines up relatively where our brand is from a sales perspective. We created a spring break club where you could try on AE clothing, take a dip in the pool. My personal favorite was the fact that you could actually play tennis with our AE ambassador, Coco Gauff. For any parent in the room, you probably know what Robux are. You've probably spent a lot of money on Robux. If you don't know what they are, they unlock experiences and unlock items for your avatar in Roblox. Well, because we're an inclusive brand and because we had this anti-country club campaign, again, around Members Always, we decided to make all of those try-ons absolutely free. And again, that's something a little bit different in Roblox. So far, it's worked out brilliantly. I got to read some stats off this screen. To date, we have had 25 million visitors. We've had 14 million try-ons. And this last stat kind of blows me because as a father of 2 teenagers, we're getting them to pay attention to anything for maybe even 30 seconds is quite an epic success. Each session within AE Roblox has been 7 minutes. 7 minutes. That's a pretty outstanding metric. And we're excited to see where we go from here inside of Roblox. And of course, all of us looking to potentially unlock a business opportunity. And our team is speaking with them as we speak. If you could scroll a little bit on the screen for me here, I appreciate that. So anyways, as you can see, all these metrics are unbelievably exceeding our expectations. So speaking of metrics, you really should have some as you dive into the metaverse, and I'm going to get to that in a moment. But first, lesson number 4, manage your expectation. There really is a learning curve inside the universe. And I'll be honest, everything that we have not done has always worked out according to plan. And I love the fact that our internal culture at AE is to test, learn, and refine. And failure sometimes can be a fun thing because sometimes you unlock another epic idea inside of that. For example, when we have built standalone metaverse activations inside perhaps our own closed AE ecosystem, traffic has been a bit tough. And I have talked with other amazing brands about this, and they're finding the same problem as well. So again, advice to any of you that are out there looking to get into the metaverse, you might try first inside of communities like Roblox, like Decentraland, where there's already a community there to engage with. Sometimes, though, your expectations are wildly underestimated, and you have success beyond your wildest dreams. And we really experienced that inside of Snapchat, where we were one of the first brands to launch augmented reality virtual pop-up stores. And guess what? Our customer digs these things because they're immersive, unique experiences, but yet you actually can buy AE product in a very fluid, very easy way. And they've got great product sitting at their doorstep just a day or two later. I publicly talked about this, so this is all public knowledge, but guys, we're gonna reach almost $8 million in sales inside of these virtual pop-up dates to launch. So, for a $5 billion company, it's not needle moving yet, but it does tell us that maybe there's a there. And again, here's another lesson. When you find something the customer is interested in, that's where you should double down and accelerate momentum, because for all the fun stuff we're doing, we're in business and we want some commercial value there as well. And these kind of metrics has really begun to guide our team. And another epic failure that some people have when they go into the metaverse is they don't have KPIs that they're holding themselves accountable for. As a marketer, as a marketing team, we have metrics that we have to be held accountable for all the time. You should inside of the metaverse as well. And in fact, I think that will only accelerate, because I'm pretty sure our CFO is going to knock on my door pretty soon and say, hey, I know we're getting great buzz out there, but what does this all mean and where do we go from here? And the team right now is developing a dashboard that will have a better sense of what's working, what's not, and how we can continue to evolve. So again, our estimation is manage those expectations and have KPIs. Okay, final lesson, test and learn. If it makes sense for your brand, if it makes sense for your customer, don't be afraid. Just go, have a little bit of fun. Again, test, learn, and refine. There's so many entry points in the metaverse, and when I talk to other marketers, they almost look like deer in the headlights of, I don't know where to start, I don't know where to go. Hey, place some smaller bets, and as you learn, place some larger bets. And I think that if you have that mentality, you can have a lot of fun, your customer can have a lot of fun, and potentially we can unlock a lot of commercial value here in the metaverse. And as you can see, we've had a lot of fun doing that today. So it's kind of ironic that I'm sitting on this stage here with you today, because today we launched something that our team is pretty excited by. And that is, we have some breaking news that we have a new AE NFT product collection that we're selling inside the AE app and on AE.com. And I love the fact that we all get to learn a new word together today. Phygital, that's the new code, that's the new word. So who cares about the metaverse? Phygital is the new word. But that really is when the physical and digital world collide. And I know at AE we're excited about exploring a future where someone buys a physical pair of jeans and a digital pair of jeans at the same time. They can wear those jeans to school, but they can also wear those jeans on their avatar in whatever land that they're exploring. And we all know we're not quite there yet, but we do think at AE we're making incremental progress. And I think this AE NFT shop is a great example for this. And we have collaborated with 4 diverse NFT developers to come up with a limited edition drop of tees and of hoodies that highlight their artwork. I was looking inside the app on my Lyft ride up here to the Hilton, and I'm surprised that many of these things have had some really interesting sell-through through the day. So check it out if you have an opportunity. You may want to buy those before they disappear forever. But I think that this is a great example of our team officially connecting the metaverse with this universe. Hey, I want to thank Commerce Next for highlighting American Eagle and our Metatastic team. And I hope that we can see all of each other in the metaverse soon. Thanks for having me.